There we
All
go.
right, so we here.
We here.
So I don't know if you were able to um, like do any like if you read the thing about like plug-in, like it stands for Patricia's Legacy of Unity and Growth. So it's like an acronym for my mom, but one of the things that she was big on was names. So like
Mhm.
your name is unique and it's like it stands out, right? So how did you get your name? You know what I mean? Like, where's
Mhm.
that come from?
Well, my mom, she wanted to be different and she wanted to be unique. And the meaning of dynasty is like kind of like emperor, and it's like a chain of like families, like the Great Dynasty, for example. Um, Coincidentally, she named me Dynasty, and basically it means I'm destined for greatness.
Wait, so hold up. So that's so dope. So your actual name is Dynasty.
Yes.
Okay, wow. I thought that was your like stage name.
Nope. That's my actual name. Yep.
It's always dope. It's always dope when you can use your actual name, right?
Yeah.
Now, what about the world, like the WRLD? Did you add that for your stage name?
Yes, I did. I added that, and that's kind of like my fan base, like Dynasty World. I live in my own world. My world is on Saturn. I have little Saturn drawn on my face. I like to do little drawings and stuff like that.
They're not
So
real tattoos though?
no.
Okay. I mean, like, I love tattoos, so I wouldn't be like negative to it, but
Mhm.
no, it's cool. That's dope. Um, well, yeah. Obviously, we gotta know how you started singing. Like, how did you get into it? Like,
So ever since I was I want to say as far back as 4 years old, ever since I could talk, I loved music. I grew up musically inclined with my grandfather being in a whole bunch of different bands and performing around Reading, and then my dad being an artist, a producer, and a singer as well, and a rapper. They had a little they had a record label called Black Bandana Entertainment. They were on the rise. It was my dad and my cousin, and they opened up for Fat Joe. You know, they're on the rise, and I that really inspired me to becoming what I am today and for making music, and also seeing what my dad has been through and taking what I have been through and channeling that into something beautiful.
that's dope. Um, who's some of your influences? I mean, obviously your family, but like, who's some of your influences? Like, you know, people that are other than like family.
I take all different kinds of music. So I want to say I'm not subjective to even listening to different kinds of music. So I like Selena Quintanilla, Aaliyah. I'm like really into like 80s R&B, early 2000s. Um I like indie music too, so Billie Eilish is in there, and rappers like Tyler the Creator. You know, I take inspiration from all of them. They're like my biggest influences.
That's dope. I'm gonna say that's dope a lot because that's just like my thing. But
Uh-huh.
so you just made me want to jump, right? Like if you could pick if you could pick an artist from the 80s to do a collab, who would have that been? Like who would because a lot of the artists back then, like for
Mhm.
me, it was Michael Jackson. When I was growing up, it was
Mhm.
Michael Jackson. Like that was like it was like he was like up here and everybody else was
Mhm.
just like regular people. So that was probably would have been mine, but who would have been yours, like just from the 80s? Because you said something about the 80s. So I wonder who would you do a song with from the 80s if you had your choice?
Wow, that's that's definitely a hard question. So, I mean, considering that's a part of your time, like who were like artists that was listening to most? Like Selena was around at that time, and yeah. So if anything, I would have probably collabed with Selena because I'm Mexican and Puerto Rican,
Okay.
so. her music is a part of my heritage for sure. And with me also making Spanish music on the side as well,
Mhm.
I would definitely love to work with her and have a collab with her back in those times.
Um, I have wrote this down. That's yeah, that would be like a super song, right?
Mhm.
If you had to pick a male artist though, who would you pick?
Mm,
I mean, it don't have to be 80s, it could be 90s, it could be 2000s, it could be 2020, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I mean, if we're talking about like in the now, I'm like the biggest Tyler the Creator fan. I think the way that he makes his music is great and he's really unlike any other. So I feel like I relate to him a lot
mhm.
and I feel like we would make great music together. So I would definitely have to choose him.
What's your favorite Tyler the Creator song so people can get a feel for like how you
So my favorite song is Glitter. I think that is a masterpiece of his. Like
okay.
the instrumental and everything. Like I just feel like I'm floating when I'm listening to that song.
That's dope because now I'm going to listen to that song because I'm not sure that I even know that song. So I'm glad you put me on. Um, so you said four, and that
Mm-hmm.
was another thing that touched me about you. This all right. So I didn't tell you this. So you're like first lady for plugin because I've been wanting to get someone younger
Mm-hmm.
to come plug in with me. So you're like the first, not only the first young female, but like yeah, you're like the first just young person in general.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very special because that was something that my mom. I know a lot of music, right? I feel like my mom was playing music when I was in the womb. So like
Mm-hmm.
music is like I probably couldn't live without music. You know what I mean? So
Right.
and that was one of the things that like my mom wanted to do. That was like one of her dreams. So seeing somebody like you know what I mean? It's like a big
Mm-hmm.
deal to me. So I feel like it's not a coincidence that you're here. You know what I mean? Like I feel
Yeah.
like this is one of those things that was definitely meant to be.
Yep. Everything happens for a reason.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Um so who inspires you now? Like what's your favorite song right now?
Right now, um, again, I've been tuning into my like Mexican heritage.
Okay.
So with the Selena documentary coming out, I've been tapping more into her. I've been listening to Como la Flor and Dreaming of You, one of my favorite songs, like hands down. It's great. So yeah, I would want to say Dreaming of You by Selena.
That's dope. What when did you feel do you have like a moment or like a time when you felt like music was like what you were meant to do? Like do you feel like that at one point when you were younger?
Yes, seeing my dad and the passion and the thirst that he had to create, it fueled my desire because once he figured out like I can sing and I have a voice on me, like he already knew, like he told me like himself that he already knew that I was destined to do great things and this is my calling. But of course, as I grew and everything, I just loved it even more. Like I started writing my own songs at 8 years old,
Mm,
and I made like raps and I wasn't that good. I wasn't that good back then. But the veracity that I have now, my vocabulary is amazing and the way that I rhyme words is also amazing and how fast that I can write songs. So I definitely think that I'm gifted and I feel like that it's my calling
mhm.
to spread that to everybody and shed my positive light and positive image.
That was when I listened to your I guess it's like four songs, like a little like EP or
Yeah.
something. When I listened to that, the vibes is great vibes, right? But it was
Mhm.
like I'm like, man, she's like a young phenom.
Mhm.
Did anybody ever tell you that?
Nope, that's the first time.
Yeah. I knew what it was, but I had to actually go. I wanted to actually go back and look the word up to make sure. And I was like, yeah, that's she's like a young phenom. I mean, it just some people just have something different and something special. That's what I could hear in your music. How would you describe your sound?
It's my sound, I think, is unique because I can hit high notes and I have songs like that can hit those really high notes and everything. And then I have songs where it's more chill and it's low and everything. Like I feel like I can't even really describe my sound because it's just that unique and
Right.
it's probably unheard of from mostly everybody.
Does anybody ever try to say like you sound like such and such? Do you ever hear it?
I have. Um, I feel like for me, I can adjust my voice to sound like other artists, which is also a talent,
Right.
but I like to sound like myself. I like having my unique sound. If I hear a beat and it's like Amy Winehouse vibes, then
Right.
I'm gonna sing like Amy Winehouse. You know what I mean? That
Right.
raspiness and that tone.
That's what I was going to go to next, like the creative process. So I used to be in the studio a lot, right?
Mhm.
Because I probably started out like freestyling and all that back, and this is back in the day. Like I'm way past that in my life now, but that was just one of those things when I was younger. I was always on if I would hear a beat. But what's your creative process? Like, do you go by the beats, the melodies first? Do you go by like hooks? Like, how do you start? Like, if you're working on a song,
So my process is most of the time I can hear a beat, just the beginning of the beat, and I can pause it and I can write a whole song and it'll fit. Surprisingly, 5 seconds of a beat make a whole song. I'm a organized person, so I like to go over the verse first. I want to have that all down packed. Once I have a verse, I like to do the pre-hook or the pre-chorus if the beat entails that. If not, I'll do the chorus. I'll see if it fits once or twice, if I have to repeat it or anything, and then we'll go to the second verse.
got you. Um, this is a question I just got out the sky just now, just listening to your response. So, like, are you into any shows that are on TV, like Idol? I watched the Idol back in the day, but not so much no more. But I do like The Voice. Like, have you ever thought about any of those? Like, trying to go into one of those
Absolutely. I get people saying that I should audition. I should audition. I should try out for it.
for The Voice?
Um, I would like to one day. Yeah, for
The
sure.
Voice, it's just so cool. Like how they be having like different. They have different types of artists. If you watch, like they got
Hmm.
like Snoop's been on there now, and then obviously the country singer. You know, what I
Hmm.
mean? Like they have country. Like, they have all different artists. So yeah, it's definitely dope. Like if you could go on there, I would definitely root for you. You already said you write your own stuff. You've been writing for like 10 years. You said somewhere around there.
Absolutely. Yep. I write my own songs.
What's the biggest challenge you're facing, like as like a young artist
Hmm.
and like
I feel like sometimes like especially like with being a young artist, it's kind of hard. Like sometimes you run out of things to write about, because I'm 18, so I'm stuck where like I've experienced a lot but I haven't experienced enough, you know what I
right,
mean?
right,
So it's like you get kind of stuck in a rut and you might have writer's block.
writer's block.
And
That's what I was thinking.
right, right. And that's what really gets to me. But sometimes, I take a little break, like maybe like a couple days or 2, 3 days, and then I just get the inspiration and the passion to keep on going and to keep writing.
No, that's dope. So this is a big one too. Like, how do you balance your real life, working, school, and then like relationships? You gotta balance all this stuff, and then make the music too. Like, how do you balance everything out, make everything work, make everything fit?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, it is hard,
Mhm.
especially I'm a manager at my job, so they need me there a lot.
Right.
But I feel like with school and everything, and I'm a senior, so this is like the easiest year. I'm kind of flying by, flying colors, honestly.
Yeah,
So school is not really that much of an issue. It's mostly work, like work. I feel like it pushes me to keep on going. I have great coworkers, they know about my music. They encourage me every single day. And then I have my partner that I'm with, and he also encourages me every single day to keep on going. He's very supportive. So I feel like having all these people by my side kind of helps me to keep on going, and especially also having my father. My father every single day, oh, you gotta keep doing this, you gotta keep doing that. Like, it's gonna pay off, it's gonna pay off. And like, he's like the best support system. So having these people by my side, it pushes me to keep on going forward, to keep creating, and to never let my dreams slip from my hands.
yeah. No, that's what it's about. I do like these little positive vibes, like positive messages. I try to give them out, and that was what I was saying today. So yeah, that's people definitely need to hear that. Like you can't give up.
Right.
Um, what's something that people misunderstand like about like a young artist? Like you feel like it's something like you're misunderstood about?
Yeah, actually, I feel like people in my age group, I feel like they might think that they don't believe in the dream. You know what I mean? Because for me, my fans so far, are younger, like the younger generation or the older generation. And I can't really seem to get in touch with my generation, even though my music is mostly centered around my generation.
Right,
So I feel like that's kind of where I'm misunderstood. And I want everyone to know that everyone is welcome to listen to my music, and I make music for absolutely everybody. So mostly give me a try and hear me out and listen to my words, my lyrics, and just vibe out, because it's for everyone. It's not subjective to just one age group.
no, I love that. Um, what do you like your go-to is your go-to performing, um making full projects or like EPs or singles? Like what's your favorite, part of the industry, like the business part?
I I do love to perform. I thrive off of performing. I thrive off of the energy that people give out, people hand out and everything. And I love the feeling of just like having that attention and the lights on me and everything. And I love the fact that I could speak my mind, because really, writing songs is just speaking my mind and showing my personality, but just through music, just through lyrics. And I don't have like much friends to talk to, so definitely like making songs is my outlet to let people know how I'm feeling and to relate to everybody.
Right. To connect, right?
Right.
So what's something that you like, what's a goal you have for the new year coming? Like something you got that that you feel like you need to make sure you get it done next year.
I I want everybody to know Dynasty World. Really, I want them to feel comfortable. I want to build up my fan base, and I want to perform a lot more. And I would love to do a tour. So maybe that's in the cards for the New Year's for sure.
Tour, right?
Yeah.
So speaking of that, I reached out to Melinda earlier. I don't know if she reached out to you guys yet, but my aunt actually wants to know if you would want to perform, I believe December 18th. It's like she does like women's empowerment
Hmm.
through like a nonprofit. So I'm pretty sure it's a women's empowerment, some type of event.
Hmm.
He was asking like, you got to get her to perform, and I'm like, I'll talk to her people, and then I don't know. I know you go to school, but and then you said you work too, so I don't know. The 18th, I believe, is a Wednesday, so I
Hmm.
don't know if you would even be available.
I would love to do it. Yeah. I'm available. I will never turn down performing. I love it.
I think she said 6 o'clock, but I'll get you guys all the stuff, and I try to connect Melinda with her, but I don't know if they actually did yet. But
Mhm.
yeah, I'll follow up and try to get that squared up for you. Um, is there what's something that your supporters or your fans would be surprised to know or learn about you?
Hmm. So I guess a fun fact. I'm type 1 diabetic.
Okay,
Hmm.
so that's something that you probably use that for your to help you with create music.
Yeah,
Something it's like stuff that we have to deal with, personal stuff, right? We it
right.
helps us. Yeah. No, I got you. It's like I love if it's something negative for me, anything like I don't know how you consider something like that, but
Mhm.
if it's something anything that's not so great or so good. I try to turn it in. I make it something positive. The lady was saying
Right,
earlier about being cold because she's like a male lady or something like that, and the weather. And I wake up and I say, yeah, it is cold, but it could be colder. We could be in Buffalo, or
right,
we could be in Alaska, Canada. You know what I mean? Like there's
right.
way colder places than this area. So
Yeah, I like that outlook. That's how I wake up every single day. I mean, I've been dealing with type 1 diabetes ever since I was 6 years old. Now I'm 18. It was definitely an adjustment, and it was kind of hard not to be like everybody else. Everybody else gets to go outside, have fun, this and that, and then like I never knew if I was going to be stuck inside with a low blood sugar or back in the hospital with a high blood sugar and I can't get it down. It is scary,
yeah,
but having a positive outlook on it, like, I could have like a disease that's so much worse. People out here dealing with cancer and lupus and all this other things.
it's good to hear. It's good to hear someone your age like speak like that. You know what I mean? It was something that just slipped my mind. Do you feel like you're an old soul in a sense?
Oh, oh, you for sure, yes,
Okay. Um, I feel like being an old soul for a young artist, I feel like that's something that you can use to your advantage for sure.
for sure, yes.
Um, do you have any like things that you do before like a performance or before you're getting ready to work, like any like rituals, superstitions, routines, stuff that you have to do, like I had to wear this hat tonight because I feel like I'm a Birds fan, right?
Mhm.
And I tried
So
to
is my
keep it,
dad. Yep.
yeah, go Birds, right? So I had to wear this, and I told my girl, I said, this, I feel like when I wore this hat the last time, it was the last time that we won because we've been losing a couple weeks now. So
Mhm.
I feel like the last time I wore this hat, we won. So I said, let me throw this hat on tonight. So, like, you got anything like that? Where you be like, I got to have this light or something?
Well, me and my dad, ever since I started performing, which I started performing like live with concerts around like 2 years ago, we have this handshake that we do before every single performance, and
Seriously?
yeah,
I'm
yeah, like it's a little like,
about to say,
you wanna demonstrate?
I'm about to say, you want to show the handshake? Because the
Just like
handshake,
like that.
oh, that's
We do
dope.
that. Yeah,
That's
we
so
we do
dope.
that. Yep, and
So, being like a sports junkie, it's something big that they do in the NBA. I feel like they do it the most.
mhm.
They got like LeBron. He got 50 hands. He probably got more than 50 handshakes
Yep,
with all different players and his kids and all that. So that's really cool to see that.
yep.
Um, how do you feel like your city or like your community or even like Puerto Rico, Mexico, like how do you feel like they help you shape your sound and shape your drive and your energy?
Well, with me being Puerto Rican and Mexican, I'm not only, subjective to just making English music. I have that Puerto Rican, Mexican like twang, and I could sit down and I could write in Spanish and I could make something beautiful because in my opinion Spanish is a very beautiful language, and I love to learn it, even though I when I grew up, like, I wasn't taught it, but as I'm getting older I'm learning a lot more with it, and I'm finding joy in making songs with Spanish because of just how it sounds.
Did you ever do a song that had English and Spanish?
Yes, I actually have one out on YouTube. It's called Te Amo.
All right, so that's so people that are gonna see this or
Mhm.
people that are gonna, whatever, want to share this or comment, definitely I'll be pushing that song because I feel like that's something special that only a special artist, like only certain artists can blend, you know what I
Mhm.
mean, and bring different languages like that. So I feel like that's super dope. You know what I mean? Like that's something
Thank you.
that gotta be applauded. That's something that gotta be pushed for sure. What do you want people to feel when they hear you for the first time? Like somebody that's never heard Dynasty, like
I want them to feel inspired. I make music. I want them to also feel like that they have a friend,
mm,
because not everybody in this world is nice and is always going to be good to you. And me personally, with my fan base, I want to connect with them, and I want them to talk to me as if we're best friends. I'm always going to be like that. That's just a part of my personality. So, like some of my songs, they include topics like heartbreak
mm-hmm.
and, getting over that and stuff. So if they're crying, having a bad day, they can listen to my songs and they can be like, oh, like, I feel a lot better, like she's talking about this. So, at least I'm not alone in what I'm going through. So I want it to definitely be relatable to them.
Yeah, that's strong. That's heavy because the connections that the artist has with the listener or the fan is definitely, you want it to be special, and like you said, you
Mhm.
want it like a friend, right?
Right.
Um, and that goes to the next question too. Like, what's a message that you want young artists like your age, around your age, to hear from Dynasty?
What I want them to hear is to never, ever, ever, ever give up on their dreams. It might feel like a very slow process, and you might feel as if you're not getting anywhere, but no matter what, there's always going to be eyes on you. You start pushing yourself, promoting yourself, you are going to get eyes, and it's not going to be fame overnight unless you get lucky. Then that's great. But for me, I'm working my way up. And sometimes that's even better, cuz you get to experience a lot more and you get to discover a lot more things. So keep on pushing, keep on going, and never give up on what you love.
That's powerful too. Um, all right, so what's coming next? Like, what do you got coming next? Like, what you working on? What you cooking up?
So I just dropped a new single called "With You." I'll do my plugins afterwards. I have a couple more tracks of singles, right?
Did
Yeah,
your
there's
did
singles.
your dad produce that?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Shout out to the producer, yo.
That's
That song, it's
thank
just
you.
like the bounce. I love the
Mhm.
bounce. It's just
Yeah,
it's crazy. Yeah.
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 You appreciate it, man.
Yeah, he's a great producer. Yeah, easy to work with.
Yeah, nah, y'all got me wanting to come out of retirement. I told my girl earlier. I said, no, they got me wanting to do something. Um, so yeah, so all right. So I have something almost like $1 million question, right?
Mhm.
It's like my famous question. And not, I don't want to put you on the spot, so don't
Mhm.
think nothing like that. But I have to ask you the plug in famous question. So you gotta pick mom or dad, right? And like I
Mhm.
said, I know your dad's with you. I know he's your producer. Like I said, I don't want to put you on the spot. And this question I tell people when I do get to ask them, um, it's fluid, meaning like it doesn't have to be. You might say one now, but then next time I talk to you, or we do something, it could change. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it doesn't mean you pick one and that means the other one, whatever. It doesn't have to be nothing bad. It just be
Mhm.
at the time that's what you was feeling.
Um,
But I do need when you pick your answer for your mom or dad, I do need like a little like you have to give me something else with it, like why you're picking one.
okay.
You know what I mean?
Um, I pick my dad. I've
I,
been
I would have guessed that. I would have guessed that, but
um I used to live in Reading. Now, we're in the suburbs and everything. My dad took me out of that scene, and he was diabetic at the time as well. So he raised me really, and he's everything in one. Not only is he my manager, not only is he my dad, not only is he my producer, like he's also a best friend. I can sit down and I can talk to him about anything. He gives me the greatest advice, and I've learned so much from him. Like he's really what inspired Dynasty World, with how much he believes in me and how much he encourages me to keep on going. So I definitely picked my dad. Yep.
no, it's not even all right. So it was so profound, right? So I got a couple of things. Like
Mhm.
one of the reasons why I started plug-in was for my daughter. So I actually have a daughter your age, right?
Okay.
Shout out to Nage. Um, but yeah, I actually and another funny thing and the irony is she sings too, but I don't think that she and I hate to make something sound negative, but I don't think that she really takes it serious. Like I don't think that she really has what you had. Like she lives down south. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like she doesn't have somebody pushing her like that. So to hear your backstory with why you picked your dad, it just it really hits for me, you know what I mean, personally, because I have to, like I said, that's one of the reasons why I started to plug in, because the relationship with my daughter is not the best. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? Like it's not what I want, and I'm sure it's not what she wants. So I wanted something that she could see me like in a different light. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like she could see me from like a different view and be
Mhm.
like, man, my dad is cool. You know what I mean? Like my dad he is all
Mhm.
right. You know what I mean? Like he's not, SOB or whatever. You know what I mean? Like he's not a bad dude. So yeah, your answer it's gonna be one of my faves for sure.
Mhm.
It's definitely gonna be. I'm definitely gonna have to make like a reel out of it and things like that. Because and another thing is like people. I feel like dads. I feel like we don't even get the credit that we should get. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like it's just like Father's Day. You know, they make
It's a
jokes about
big,
like
yeah, yeah,
give
yeah.
them give them a steak dinner or give them the big piece of chicken. It's like being a dad isn't what it seems to be. Like being a mom, we already know. Everybody already knows
Mhm.
being a mom is like super hard. Like, you know
Mhm.
what I mean? Like everybody knows that. But I just always felt like for a dad, even before I was a dad, like it's just like something that's not really applauded. So to hear a young daughter artist from, it's just to hear you talk like that, it was really special. Like I really appreciate it for real.
No problem.
I'm glad you got like and for other dads that are going to see this, you know, he's a dad that we have to take from these fathers that I call great fathers. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
we have to that's probably a part another reason why this story needed to be heard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I need to get as much stuff out here for great dads as I can. Because like I said, I always feel like dads are just like pushed under the
Right. Yeah.
rug. But yeah, you want to do your plugs? I did get a 10-minute thing a couple minutes ago. So you want to do your plugs?
Yeah, for sure. My YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok is Dynasty_world, and that is spelled DYNASTIE_WRLD. And you can check me out on all other streaming platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, all these other streaming platforms that you guys listen to. You can check
YouTube.
that out with DYNASTIE.
That's what's up. I forgot to ask you that too. Did you get the world? Is that does that have any correlation to Juice World?
No.
No, no,
No.
like it was just I wanted to abbreviate it, and I'm living on Saturn. I'm living in my own world. So that's why I put world.
It's more like a brand, a
Yeah.
trademark, a logo with a whole thing, you know.
No, I thought it was dope when I was looking at it, and it just reminded me because he has that's how he spelled his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, it was. I'm glad y'all pulled up. I'm glad y'all came to plug in with me, and
Yeah. Thank
yeah,
you. Thank you
I'm
so
a,
much.
I'm a fan. I'm a supporter. I'm definitely
Thank
going
you.
to be pushing for you and pulling for you for real.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Yeah, anything y'all need from me. Also, I did tell Melinda too. I do merch, so I'll be sending you. I'll get. I guess I'll get your whatever like PO box wherever I can send you. I'll send you a
Mhm.
like a plug-in shirt or whatever.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
And I told her like whatever like if you ever need any merch or anything like hit me up
Yeah.
like
All
you
Working
right.
on the
know, I
logo,
love
I think she was gonna send you a logo that
Yep.
we're working on. So
yeah
yeah,
yeah I
yeah.
love making merch. It's just something different that's a part of my brain that I never tapped into. So I love making merch for real.
That's great.
But yeah, we're gonna definitely be looking out for the new Dynasty World, the new Dynasty project. So just make sure y'all keep plugging in with me.
No, definitely,
Yes.
All
definitely.
right,
Let
all
me
right,
know that. Let me know the details on that performance and all that, so we ready
yeah.
and let us know whatever you need.
December 18th. So yeah, like 10 days. I'm gonna try to connect you with my aunt because she actually I think she actually wants to talk. I think she wants to interview you too. I ain't gonna lie. I think she wants
Okay,
to interview
yeah,
you
that sounds
too.
great.
Yeah. I don't know if you would be available to do it as early. I think she was talking about like tomorrow or something, but I don't know. Like I said, I'll send you her thing.
Okay.
All right,
You
yep.
can
Yeah,
hit
yeah.
her
Let
up.
us know, and we have a schedule that she deals with, and we'll just put it in the schedule
Yep.
and
All right.
work
All
out
right.
like that.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all. Y'all
Thank you,
plug in family for life
thank
now.
you,
So
thank you, thank.
Thank
Appreciate
you. I
it.
appreciate it.
all
Lot,
right.
yeah.
All right. All right. We'll be in touch. We'll be in touch.
All right. Thanks, thank you.